Greetings everyone, Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Classic Live Album War. Today we're going to look at two killer double live albums, one from 1970, one from 1971, one from an American band, the other a really cool British band. So the two combatants today are Grand Funk Railroad, the classic live album, their first live album. And on the other side of the ring, we've got Humblepie Performance-Rockin the Fillmore. Because, of course, back in those days, we had all sorts of great live performances captured on album from either the Fillmore East or the Fillmore West. This is definitely one of them. So, all right, we're going to start with the earliest one, though, the one that came out first in 1970. Both of these, by the way, scored very high on the charts here in the U.S., both top 20 Billboard album chart releases. This one actually charted a little bit higher than the Humble Pie one. Some great tunes on here. This is noteworthy, this particular live album, for being just a perfect interpretation of Grand Funk Railroad on stage, raw, heavy, rockin', in your face, because that's what this live recording is all about, man. This is like, warts and all. This is Grand Funk as they sounded live in 1970. At the time, kind of strange that they released a live album so soon after, really only being around a couple quick years and a couple studio albums. But they're like, why not? The band was killing it on the road, drawing fans all over the place, and they figured, why not just take a recording of these guys in their element and release it for the public, right? So, of course, we got in the band the classic early trio, Mark Farner, okay? You got Don Brewer, Mel Scatcher, however he says his name, on bass, Don Brewer, of course, on drums, and Mark Farner on guitar and vocals. So what do we got here? So again, 2 LPs, 4 sides of vinyl, fit it all on one single CD, kicking off with, after a brief little introduction of the band, you got Are You Ready from their very first album. Great tune, great anthem. Followed up with the heavy, foreboding, ominous Paranoid. Yes, there is another heavy rock band from that era with a song titled Paranoid, not to be confused with the Black Sabbath song of the same name. Paranoid, just great fuzz guitar and bass, man, just really heavy, like I said, ominous track. Then you've got In Need, which has got some killer guitar playing from Mark Farner. Over on side 2 of the vinyl, okay, you got Heartbreaker and the epic length cover of an old Eric Burdon tune. Eric Burdon and Chaz Chandler, them as the Animals, right? Inside Looking Out, which another one of those cover tunes that were actually better than the original. Here, the guys turned it all into their own song. Heavy, great guitar work, thunderous grooves, a lot of grooves. This is kind of like a funky, heavy rock tune. All right. Over on side 3 of the vinyl, you've got Words of Wisdom. Okay, a little more chatting with the audience, what have you, leading into Mean Mistreater. Okay. A little more of a mellower tune from the band. Mark Says All Right. Okay. A little bit of a jam there. And then you got TNUC, sprawling at nearly 12 minutes long. Again, lots of jamming and drum solos and all that kind of wonderful stuff. And then on side 4, okay, a lengthy version of Into the Sun. Just great stuff. I'm a big fan of this album, as you can probably assume. I love it. In fact, there was a question on our recent questions and answers show. Someone asked, Pete, are there any live albums by bands you love where the live album is actually your favorite release by the band? That might be one of them. I mean, I love a lot of the Grand Funk studio albums a lot, but there's something about this live album. It's just so raw in your face and powerful and heavy. Okay, this band does not get enough credit for being one of the original kind of heavy bands out there in the late 60s, early 70s. Okay, so like I said, over on the other end of the arena, we've got Humble Pie, kind of a supergroup, right? Steve Marriott on guitar, vocals, and harmonica. Peter Frampton on guitar and vocals, Greg Ridley on bass and vocals, Jerry Shirley on drums, right? Kind of like a who's who of the British rock scene right there, all right? And a great album. Not a lot of songs on this album, okay? Again, you got 2 LP set originally released, 4 sides of vinyl, but a lot of really, really lengthy, sprawling jams on here. Okay, kicking it off with 4-Day Creep. Great heavy tune by the band. Okay. I'm Ready follows. Probably the live version is the definitive version of that. Okay, it's nearing 9 minutes long. Stone Cold Fever, a good riff rocker. All right, side 1 of the LP kicks ass. Those 3 tunes, killer. All right, then you've got on side 2, you've got the 23-minute plus I Walk on Gilded Splinters, okay, a Dr. John tune. A lot of just kind of just lengthy bass and drums and Marriott on vocals, right? Just laying it on the audience. Then you got all sorts of great jamming between Marriott and Frampton. Really good stuff. That then goes into side 3 of the vinyl. 16 minutes of Rolling Stone, Muddy Waters Blues classic. Again, Marriott just like killing it on the vocals. Killing it. Okay, and then side 4, of course, you've got Hallelujah, I Love Her So, another cover tune, a lot of covers on this one. Ray Charles classic, and then finishing it all off, another cover tune, their smoking version of I Don't Need No Doctor, another cover that is better than the original. 9 minutes of pure humble pie, blues rock fury. Okay, kicking solos from Frampton, heavy riffs, thunderous grooves, and, you know, Mr. Marriott, what a vocalist. What a vocalist. So, man, 2 phenomenal albums. I think, you know, I've been dreading for the last week which releases I'm going to put both of these up against. And in the end, I decided just to put them against each other. Right? I was originally going to do another kind of pairing with this guy right here. I was going to put it up against another very, very famous Fillmore East recording. In the end, I decided not to do that. That would be a little, probably not too fair so early in this little contest that we're doing here. Maybe they'll meet down the road sometime. You never know. But for now, I wanted to put these 2 behemoths against each other. 2 excellent hard rock, I guess you can call them, live albums from the early 70s. Again, which one do I prefer? Man, I've loved both of them for a long time, and I'm very tempted here to say that this is going to be a draw. But in the end, I like them both about the same. But in the end, I'm going to kind of go with which band do I listen to more, which band means a little bit more to me in the end. I know some of you are probably going to be like, no, don't do it, Pete. Don't do it. Don't do it. In the end, I'm going to go with my beloved Grand Funk Railroad here. I love this live album. Not that I don't love this one, because I do. And it's just a fantastic performance by Steve Marriott. Actually, the whole band. But, you know, for me, a couple of like the longer tracks on here, I really don't listen to as much as some of the other stuff. Some of the regular length tracks on here are just phenomenal. Like I said, best versions of these songs ever. But in the end, I have to go with which one of these do I listen to most and how I listen to most in my life. It's going to be this one by a hair. Okay, this is almost a draw, so it's probably like a split decision, right? 116, 114, 114, 115. 115, 113. The winner, for me anyway, is Grand Funk Railroad, live album. You guys may feel differently, and again, like we always say in all these episodes, it really does not matter, okay? We all like what we like. There's no right or wrong answer. You can't disrespect either of these at all, because they're both pretty damn phenomenal, but, you know, in a lot of instances, we all like some albums better than others, and there's reasons for it, so that's what I want to hear. I want to hear what you guys think, which one you prefer, and why. What do you love about the one you like the most, okay? And you're going to have to go over to our Facebook page to actually vote. All right. So we can see which one kind of goes on to the next round. All right. So that's what we're working towards. We're working towards finding out what everyone's favorite live album of all time is. Okay, will Grand Funk make the final cut? Will Humble Pie? We shall see. It's going to be a while, right? We're going to do this for the next couple months. So, but for me, my choice is Grand Funk. Curious to see what you guys think. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube every day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow with another classic live album war. Take care.